Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Are we starving our fish? I think we might be. Let's take a look why I think that is. Okay, now, like most of us, we have so much access to information these days on the internet. People are telling us don't feed too much, watch out for high nitrates, feed enough that they're eating 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. Your filter won't cope with this, your filter flows too fast, not fast enough. Now, there's so much noise and it's so easy to get hyper focused, and I actually think what I've been doing is not starving my fish, but nowhere near feeding them enough. And that's the same for the tropical fish inside. Now actually, our fire eel, I've got something very exciting to show you, which I'll show you later on in the video. And I think this applies for cold water fish, temperate fish, tropical fish, all types of fish. I just don't think we're feeding them enough. So let's dig into it a little bit more. So let's take a look at our koi pond first, if we're not all sick of seeing it, which I don't think we are. So previously, I'd feed about this much food. I just chuck it in and it'd be gone in a few seconds. Now, looking at the filter allegedly can take 100 grams a day. Now what I've been doing is I've actually been feeding 3 times a day, and I've actually been feeding this much 3 times a day, and this is 30 grams. Now, the hope is to see some growth. So as we're tucking into that, let's think, what are the problems that could happen here? Now, the water quality could go massively downhill. That's fair. The food's actually really expensive, and I'll show you how much the box of food cost me, or the tub of food. But what could the pluses be? Massive fish, lovely. But more importantly, the colours. Now, I've only been doing this for a little while, and I'm seeing colours enhancing. Now, part of that is due to the weather, and I will probably supplement with other foods, colour enhancers, etc. Now, I'm lucky, I'm at home a lot of the time, so I can test my water regularly, and I do nearly daily. I check the filters, check the clarity, and I'm going to play around with how fast the flow of my pump is going. I've got a very pump 10,000 on there. This is a 7,000 litre pond, and I've got it at just over halfway at the moment, which is turning over about 1.5 times. That's not allowing for the head height loss. Now, that might be enough, it might not, but the key is to observe. Do not just do it and think, oh, that'll be fine, because then we get problems. What I'm hoping to see is some growth. I've had some of these fish for a couple of years and the growth is absolutely poor, and I think it's me terrified of everyone saying your water quality is going to be rubbish, the nitrates are going to be too high, and maybe a little bit of laziness, not putting enough effort in, not keeping to a regime. I don't want to do an automatic feeder, I like feeding them, and now I'm home more often, I can do that and pay more attention. Now, let me show you the food I brought. So as I said before, I'm using Medicoi probiotic, and I think 750 grams cost me, I think it was £18 the other day. Anyway, I went to my local shop and I found this. Wait there, I'll get it. Do you think it's big enough? So this is 10 kilos. Now, this was on special, and it was only £99.99. So my plan is 10 kilos, 10 days will roughly be just under a kilo. So it should be 100 days worth of food. So this should last me the whole of the summer season. Incidentally, this is an all year round food. I stop feeding once the temperature drops below 8. There's just no point. Now, I'm obviously going to update you how that goes, but I think the same applies for our fish inside as well. So let's go and check that out. Okay, so it's been a little while since we've seen Charizard, our fire eel, and I think you are going to be amazed. I've been trying the same tactic with him. Now, you may remember from a video not so long ago, I'll put some footage to show you how small he was and how small he was when we first got him. You will be surprised. And the problem we had just feeding him earthworms. Now, that's been continuing. We starved him for 8 weeks and he still didn't take anything else. However, you might be surprised in a little bit. Also, guys, you might have seen we did some dart frogs and reptile videos on this channel. I removed them. We've actually got a completely new channel for the reptiles called Pepper's Reptiles. I'm Pepper. Now, head over there if you like that sort of content. Subscribe on that one. It'd be amazing to see you over there, guys. I just thought, if you only like fish, you can stay here. If you like reptiles and fish, you can join both. And I'm not going to bombard people who don't like fish with reptiles and vice versa. I'll show you a quick look at the reptiles we've got. So these are all we've got at the moment. This one over here isn't even on the reptile channel yet. Neither is this one. So if you have a look in there, we have a little crested gecko, which is asleep at the moment. And then in here, I don't know whether they will come out, they normally do, is our dart frogs. There's one at the back over there. Can you see him through there? Just under there. There he is, he's hiding under there. They normally come out because I think I'm going to feed them. These are pretty cool ones. And there's a tiny little morning gecko at the top there. Again, hard to see. One up there as well. Can you see him up there? You could just about make his head out up there, I think. He's up there. And then in here, you won't see him because we won't see him because no one ever sees them. But head over to the channel and a future video will show you what they are. We've also had a package arrive today of something pretty incredible. Right, let's close that. We don't want dart frogs everywhere. Now, that being said, I have turned the lights on. Got our cool snowball plecos here. Dwarf snowball plecos, which I really love. Still only got two, haven't been able to find any others in here. Now, oh, you can see him, he's in there. He knows what's about to happen, doesn't he, I think. See if it come out in a moment. And then we've got the two Cynodontis catfish in here also. Right, let's see if I can set this up to show you. So as I was saying, before he was only having earthworms and that's all I could get him to eat. So let's try him with something else. Okay, so in here we've got some raw prawns. It's important they're raw, not cooked. Allegedly it can cause digestive problems for them. So let me put you on the tripod. Now hopefully he comes out, because I think you are all going to be totally amazed at how big he has got. Right, let's take the lid off. So we're just going to grab a little bit like that. Here he is. Come on. Can you all see him? Now, he's been a bit shy today. I don't normally feed him this time of day, but did you see the size of him? So there we go, nice big bit of shrimp. I think he's got a bit of stage fright, as we don't normally feed him this time of day. See if we can get him to come out to that. So that is a bit of shrimp, which he never would have took before. And there he is, straight out, and he's eating it. And he's absolutely ginormous now. Right, he's showing me up today. Let's see if I can get him to come out of his little tunnel for the last bit, so you can see how big he is. Come on. Right, we won't tease him anymore. Put that there, see if he comes and gets that. Now I would love to tell you the reason that fire eel started eating the prawns was through my perseverance. What actually happened is I was cooking dinner, had a bit of raw prawn, thought I'd try it. He came straight up, dropped it, then ate it, and has been eating it ever since. So I really can't explain that. However, I am feeding him more. I'm feeding him every day. When people say, feed your fish every 2 days, give them a starve day. In the wild, they're constantly picking. It's only our water quality we need to look at. I don't believe the nitrates being slightly high is a problem, especially if you've got planted tanks. If you're looking after your water, you can do water changes. How much effort and obviously cost. Let's face it, we don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on water or chemicals or food. So it's about a balance and finding what suits us. But I want bigger fish, healthier fish. So we're going to try it. And you might see this behind me. I haven't forgotten. A video will be coming soon. This abandoned pond hasn't been touched since we last touched it, which is about 5 or 6 months ago. And now it needs cleaning. And we still don't know what's in there. Sorry about the dogs. So until the next one, take care. Hop over to the reptile channel, subscribe to that one, subscribe to this one if you're not subscribed. I can't believe you're not subscribed. This quality of video, amazing. But until the next one, take care.